episode number 5, and this week I want to talk about how we can sync together multiple iPads running my lyric book so that they're all showing the same song at the same time. And it's dead easy. In fact, sometimes it's too easy. So here I've got another iPad. Yes, it's mirrored because I'm screen recording. So all I need to do is select a song on here. So say Better Without You. And on my singer's iPad, it brings up the lyrics for Better Without You. If I scroll through, as soon as I go on to Bring Me to Life, my singer gets the notification, hey look, Ian's playing Bring Me to Life, you should be playing Bring Me to Life. And this also syncs with our new backing track app. So if I, for example, I select, say, Dark Chest of Wonders, as I select the track on the backing track app, it automatically just updates on all of the devices. And this happens pretty much automatically without you doing anything. It works over Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So if just having two iPads next to each other running the app, they will automatically start syncing over Bluetooth. In a noisy gig environment where there's lots of radio interference, you might not want to rely on Bluetooth. Wi-Fi is more reliable. So if you've got a band Wi-Fi, which you probably do because everyone's using some kind of mixer app to do their monitor feeds, it will also share with the Wi-Fi. And I've heard stories of people saying, hey, look, the guy who's standing furthest away doesn't get the changes over Bluetooth. Switching to Wi-Fi fixes that problem. So on the same Wi-Fi network or just next to each other, they'll start syncing. Now, that's great, but actually it might not always. It can be a bit chaotic because, for example, if I start on my singer's iPad selecting songs, that potentially could start. So if everyone's selecting songs and they're all bouncing and pinging it, it's going to be chaos. So you're going to need to do a bit of prep to start using this for real, multiple devices, getting them to sync the way you want to at a gig. So if we go to settings, down here, we've got group networking. And the first option we've got is receive song selections, which we can, if we turn this off, suddenly that iPad will not respond. So if I having turned that off, we're going to lyric book. Now they're sending. They're still changing away on my singer's iPad, but now my iPad is ignoring those selections. Now that's useful for two reasons. One is you just might not want to use it, but we are going to use it. The other is that you generally want to select someone who's going to be the band leader so that it's not a free-for-all. If you're using the backing track app, it makes sense to be running it from here and have this as the master. So the iPads, we would set up all the iPads to receive and we would select songs from the laptop so that everyone's seeing the same lyrics that are playing on the backing track. If you're doing it alternatively, you could just have a band leader who selects songs and they automatically ping out to everybody. The band leader should probably turn off the receive, but they don't need to. What's more interesting, who's going to send these selections? Who's in charge? And the default is automatic. So as soon as if it's set to automatic, as soon as you select a song, then it gets pinged out to all of the other iPads. So send song selections? No. I turn it off. This is what most of you probably want to be set on. So my main iPad, my iPad is receiving song selections. It's not going to send them. Typically, you would want everyone to be on no except for either the laptop running the backing tracks, or a band leader who's going to select songs. But there is one gotcha there, is that if your band leader is the singer, they've reached the outro, and suddenly they've decided, hey, what song are we going to do next? And they start flicking through. That's something that they do. Then every time everyone else is still playing, everyone else is still using their notes. We don't want the band leader to accidentally be sending track. So we can select some manual. So now when I go back to the app, we'll see that down here along the bottom, in addition to the regular pans, we've now got this kind of squiggle, kind of radio wave sendy thing. If I scroll through, it's not going to send anything. But when I press the button, so if I bring up my lyrics here, so bring me to life, that's fine. I can kind of go through and go, I've gone broken pieces, okay, but my singer's still got bring me to life. So it's not like, right, okay, should we do broken pieces? Should we do bring me to life? Bye Bye Beautiful. It's like, no, let's do broken pieces. Okay, once I've chosen what I'm going to do, then I send it, and it updates on the other iPad automatically. So this is a good compromise. Now there is one gotcha you need to watch for, and that's spelling. I've had no end of arguments with banners going, it's not working. It's like, are you sure it's not working? Because it's working great for me. So if I start going through these songs, Dark Chest of Wonders, Amaranth, Alan, Everdream, Ghost Love Score, all working fine. I Wish I Had an Angel brings up an empty screen. We can see on the screen, the iPad knows it should be displaying I Wish I Had an Angel, but it's displaying a blank sheet, because if we go back to our and look for I Wish I Had an Angel, it's not there. Down here we've got another song called Wish I Had an Angel. It's not the same song as far as it's a different title. So I just need to go in, make sure that all of my devices are using exactly the same name for the song. It doesn't matter what file type. So the singers here's got PDF, got RTFs. On my iPad as a base plate, I've got PDFs. That's absolutely fine, but the actual file name must match exactly. Case sensitive, punctuation, spaces, everything. And you'd be absolutely amazed by the number of times it's out. So you look at them side by side, they're different, they're the same, and you go, actually, eventually you spot they're not. So the symptom is, if you're getting a blank screen, if you're getting a blank screen appearing on your iPad, it means someone's selecting a song on another device that you don't have on your iPad. If you check the tab, we can see you'll be able to see what it's called up here, and check either it's is it a song that I have, is it a song that I've spelt ever so slightly differently. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully, this is a feature that it's like, you don't need, or you don't know you need until you've played with it. I've been using this a lot, especially since we've been starting using the playback app, and it's fantastic, because previously I was running multi-tracks. I have to go to the laptop, do the multi-tracks, go to my iPad. Now I don't even think about my iPad. All I do is I just queue up the multi-track, and I know I want my tears back. I know that if I've set it up properly, it works in rehearsal, I know it's going to work on the gig, and my iPad is just going to be there, giving me the information I need exactly at the moment I need it. All right, thanks for watching. See you soon.